right. Well, I sincerely hope you never need to watch this video. Last week, I was flying my DJI Mini 2 drone over the Chattahoochee River here in North Georgia, USA, just north of Atlanta, about 30 miles north of Atlanta. And there were a lot of trees around. Guess you can tell where this is going. The drone was right over the river, and I hit the a branch tip, a little tiny branch, and the drone went into the water. And if you think that when your drone lands on the water that it floats on the surface until you can get over there and get it, that is definitely not the case. As soon as it touched the water, it went under. It's got the battery in it. It's filling up with all this water, and so naturally it's going to sink quickly, which mine did. And you know, the first thing that they tell you, a drone repairman, is did it go in the water? Because if it went in the water, there's nothing I can do. So I immediately got that dark feeling that came over me of, I just lost $600. Well, I mean, I think the drone is $350 or $400, I don't know, but you buy the bundle and it's $600. So I was like, there goes $600. But I'm like, maybe, just maybe if I get it out quick enough. I'm just clinging to any possible hope. So I went in the river with my clothes, my boots on, everything. And so my drone was under about 2 to 2.5 feet of water for roughly a full minute, a minute to a minute and a half. It completely filled up with water. So it took me a minute or so to get to it. And then after getting the drone out of the water and shaking it out really good, it took me about 15 minutes to walk to the car at the parking lot from where I was at, down the river there. And the drive back to my house was a good 35 or 40 minutes. And so it took about an hour for me to get to where I could attempt to rescue the drone, to save the drone, on the glimmering hope that somehow blowing it out sufficiently, getting it completely dry, would save all the electronics and components and whatnot. So what I did was, and by the way, this is where I was at when I was flying the drone. There's a Hindu gentleman there enjoying the falls and the atmosphere. And so,
made.
Yeah, right around here somewhere.
I suspect developed with Chinese military.
Somewhere around here in this area is where I clipped the branch and lost the drone. So, let's just go ahead and start right here. So you can see what I did to rescue my drone after being underwater for a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes tops. My calamansi plant, lemon tree, etc., etc. Come on, get to it. So this is what I did with my drone. It's very important. Don't unfold your drone. Leave it the band around it to hold the propellers and everything in place. The important thing is the compartment door, the battery compartment door opens so that the fan. Now look there, because this is a 30 frame per second video. It looks like the fan's not going that fast. It's going fast. It's making a lot of air pressure, hot air The gimbal here is not facing the sun. That's very important. If you have the camera lens facing the sun for an extended period of time, which is going to take to dry this thing out an extended period of time, but if you have that lens pointed at the sun, your camera is going to get fried. What good is your drone without a camera, right? It's a flying camera, for God's sakes. So the gimbal, the camera is not facing the sun. I had my boots there, by the way, because I needed to dry my boots out too. They were completely soaked. So battery compartment door open so that there's plenty of warm air. Now, it just so happened that it was very hot that day and it wasn't raining, it wasn't cloudy. If this happens to you and it's wintertime or raining, or for whatever reason you can't get it on a outdoor air conditioner unit like that, getting all that wind into the inner chamber, plus the added heat from the sun shining directly on it, you know, I mean, you don't want to stick a hose in it that's connected to a 2500 psi air compressor. You'll definitely damage the inner components of the drone. So maybe a hair dryer, but I mean, are you going to stand there and hold a hair dryer up to your drone for 2 hours, 3 hours? Probably not, depending on how desperate you are, right? Maybe you could put down a wet towel and lay the hair dryer right next to the battery port facing the drone and blow it out that way. I don't know, maybe the hair dryer might get too hot. I'm not sure. That's an awful long time to leave a hair dryer on. But if you have some sort of high pressure, high intensity air, an industrial squirrel cage type fan or something like that, which I don't. Luckily, it was a hot day, summertime, so the air conditioner was running. I just turned the air conditioner down low so it wouldn't likely go off, and left it there for 2 to 3 hours, probably closer to 3 hours. Another little look around my little trees in the on the patio there. My patio, which desperately needs pressure washing. I do need somebody to come in and cut my grass if you're interested. So that is what I did. That is how I somehow saved my drone. I was amazed after this when I turned my drone on. I don't have the footage that I took, but I did test fly the drone and test the camera as well. Everything worked fine. Everything worked beautiful. At the very worst, the what do you call the little scroll thing, the little wheel on the drone controller, which controls your gimbal up and down. The gimbal on the Mini 2 does have a slight upward angle to it. You can go above level, not very far, 2 or 3 degrees maybe. Let's start this up here. All right, so the wheel on the drone controller may or may not have worked as good as brand new. Controlling the gimbal, making the camera pan from level to down towards the ground, may not have had quite the perfect action to it, but unless you're a pro, you're not going to notice. Everything worked absolutely perfect. And so high hot air pressure into the battery chamber for an extended period of time is key. Even if you gotta hold a hair dryer up to that thing for 2.5 hours, Do what you got to do to save the drone. The overall message is they tell you once it goes in the water, it's gone. That's it. Your drone is gone. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's not necessarily true. I don't know anybody else that's ever got a drone to work again after it had been in the water, especially after it's been in the water a good minute to 2 minutes and is completely full of water as it was. I don't know anybody that's ever claimed to have resurrected their drone or rescued it, but it just so happened I did. I got my drone home within about an hour or so, and luckily it was hot outside, and I thoroughly blew this so that there's no moisture anywhere inside this drone, no nook or cranny anywhere had any moisture left after I got done with it. And that's what you want to do, is just make sure that it is completely dried out. Now, what happens if your drone is underwater for 10 minutes, 15 minutes? I don't know. I'm not a repair person. I don't know that under the same circumstances you might be able to save your drone. I'm just saying that it has been done now. Somebody has done it. Somebody has crashed their drone into a river, into a body of water for long enough for it to get completely full of water and damage all the circuitry, damage all the electronic components. But I dried mine out thoroughly and completely, and was amazed when I put a battery in it and fired it up. All the bells and whistles lit up. It appeared it was working fine, so I connected my phone to my controller, took it out for a test flight, and it worked beautifully. And so, like I said, I hope you don't ever have to watch this video, but if you do have a water crash, just know that there is somebody out there, this dude right here, and 99 times out of 100, it might not work. I don't know. 999 times out of 1,000, I don't know. All I can say is that in my case, and the way that I did it, and I just showed you exactly what I did, and I told you exactly how long to do this and to do that and what to look for, etc., etc. For me, it worked. My drone is saved. I don't have to run out and buy a new drone. I don't have money falling out of my, okay? So that's what I was worried about was, oh hell, now I got to go out and spend $600. Either that or wait until next year when I file my taxes again and use my tax money to buy a new drone and have to go without a drone for all that time. I don't want to do that because I'm going to the beach here in a couple of weeks. And then in the fall, we usually rent a cabin up in the mountains. I definitely want to have a drone for that, right? So anyway, my fine feathered friend, if you happen to watch this video, I hope you did. I hope somebody does. I don't get any views or anything, but it wouldn't be bad if I did. I wouldn't be against that. Anyway, if you did watch and learn something, I'm glad that you did, and I appreciate anybody that watches my videos. And with that, my fine feathered friend, I bid your ass adieu. Good day.